When I first found out I was pregnant, I thought my life was over. I was in disbelief. And when I went to go get my first ultrasound, I laid and I just silently cried. I always imagined myself taking care of my own kids and things like that. So I never imagined adoption being an option for me. Being a young African-American woman raised in the church, you didn't want to bring shame on your family. And oftentimes in the African-American community, historically, our children were taken from us. So the last thing that we want to do is to willingly give our kids to somebody to take care of. But a lot of people don't know that when a parent places the child in the care of a grandparent or aunt, that's still adoption one way or another. My mom placed a packet of information on African American adoptions on my bed. I actually sat and wrote down the pros and cons of adoption versus keeping the baby, and the pros actually outweighed the cons. When I called my agency for the first time, it was this beautiful, soft voice on the other side of the phone. Her name was Libby, and she was just amazing from start to finish.
I actually was on call after hours. She seemed to already know some about what adoption was like, what to expect, and what she wanted. But it was also walking through and finding out her background and her situation.
She asked me, what was my desire in a family, and I told her I wanted an African-American family and that I wanted them married and I wanted them to have a faith foundation. I didn't feel judged. They made me feel like I was making a good decision, and so knowing that really got me through the initial process of getting the adoption started. When you place a child for adoption, that is a loss. I remember my mom, she said, Adrianne, you can't go to bed crying and wake up crying. And I was just like, Mom, it hurts. It just hurts. I'm gonna miss my baby. I was just drawn to both Doug and Cheryl, them as a couple and them as a family, their family background, where they come from, where they live. I wanted them. I wanted nobody but them. And they were already placed with another birth mother. The young lady that they were placed with actually changed her mind at the last minute. I felt nothing but warmth and love from them, both Doug and Cheryl. They just embraced me. It just felt like family. Cheryl is just everything to me. She means the world to me. She's my baby mama because she takes care of my baby, and she calls me her baby mama because I gave birth to her baby. I'm just glad she's my son's mom. Doug is really a silent giant. He's a big guy with a big heart. That is my son's buddy. That's Dad.
The thing that stood out to me about Adrianne back then, she just has authentic wisdom and compassion and insight that could help anyone, but especially to hear her talk about her adoption story and her heart for wanting others to understand adoption.
To this day, I still work with my adoption company to do peer counseling and talk to women who are going through this same process. I wish that a lot more African American young ladies would take this step. It looks bleak right now, and I know it's gonna hurt and I know it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna be fine. To be a birth mother, it takes a lot of heart and it takes a lot of strength. This is one of the greatest things a parent could ever do, is to place their child into the hands of someone else to honor and love and care for them. It's about our children. And once we get there, we'll be all right. I often have people ask me, will I go and get my son? I wouldn't, because he has great parents who love him and care for him. I wouldn't want to break the heart of two people who have raised him. being able to see my son in the flesh, touch him, hear him laugh, see him smile. I can get on a plane and go see him and just see his smile and I'll be all right.